Alright, here is the second part of the 4.2 video. Here now they want us to graph this equation. So I'm going to give you 3 different options for graphing in standard form. And one of those is using the graphing calculator. Some of you've gotten really good at that, but you are going to have to graph some by hand. So we're going to talk about that as well. So when you're looking at the graphing calculator, you want to look at the table. And what you're going to want to find from the table is the vertex and 2 to 4 other points. The other way to do this is to make your own table. And what I recommend here is go ahead and find the vertex like we did in the last video, or at least find your axis of symmetry, and then choose 2 to 4 other x values and make your own table. Alright, so like I was saying, you can make your own table, but again, you'll need to find the vertex and then 2 to 4 other points, just like you did when you were looking at the table in the calculator. The third way, and this is the way we're going to graph at the bottom of the page, is you're going to have to find the axis of symmetry, the vertex, the y-intercept, and then all you're going to do is follow a pattern. And it's real easy to graph this on your own. So I'm going to recopy this down here so that it's closer to where I'm working. And now I'm going to find the axis of symmetry, the vertex, the maximum, minimum, the range, and the y-intercept, just like we did on the last 2. So again, I want you to pause the video, find all of these. Once you're done, then click play again and compare yours with mine. Okay, so all I've done so far is I found the axis of symmetry by doing negative b over 2a, plugged it in and simplified, so I get x equals negative 1. That's also the x part of my vertex. Then I take all of my x's, in this equation, substitute negative 1 for them and simplify it to get the y part of my vertex. Now, because I know this opens up because it's a positive a value, it's going to have a minimum, and my minimum is going to be 2 because that's my y value. Also, because it opens up, it's going to start at 2 and go up forever. So my range is 2 to infinity. My y-intercept is the c value. It is 3. So now, remember, the 3 things that we're going to use to graph are these. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and graph my axis of symmetry. So it touches or it is x equals -1. Okay, there's my axis of symmetry, and I draw it as a dotted line because it's not actually part of the graph, but it's a line that we talk about with the graph. Okay. Then I need to put my vertex on. -1, +2 is here. And now go ahead and put on your y-intercept. It is 3. Well, that gives me the left-hand side of my, the right-hand side of my graph. Well, that's where this axis of symmetry comes into play. Right here, from my axis of symmetry to my y-intercept, that is only one space away. So what I want to do is pretend I'm folding this on the axis of symmetry and put a point on the other side that's the same distance away. So since I'm 1 away here, I want to go 1 in the other direction. So now I can draw in the left-hand side, and my parabola is symmetrical around that axis of symmetry. Real easy to sketch that. Okay, and we're going to stop this video here, and then we're going to talk about changing between standard form and vertex form in the next one.